Once we leave sunny San Diego and go to Virginia, totally off grid, we need a way to prepare our food. And my wife bought something called a Cowboy grill. I call it a Cowboy kitchen. Today, she's going to test it out by making homemade sourdough bread pizzas. Right, so we're in Meredith's kitchen right now, and she's going to talk about, we're going to basically teach people how to make sourdough, right? But we're just making the sourdough. You already made it. Tell me a little bit about the sourdough that you're making for the crust of the pizza.
Yep, so this is just a little sourdough crust. I took my starter and I used quite a large quantity. I used like 1.5 cups to equal parts of flour, pizza flour. It's called type 00. And then I just added some little bit like teaspoon of salt and a couple tablespoons of water. That's really it. I needed it. Broke it into, I did 3 balls in this instance, but you could do it into 2. And I let it sit and rise for a few hours. So it about doubled in size. I let it sit in a bowl, I covered it, and then it rose. And so now it's at this state. And now I'm just gonna roll it out. Different ways to do this, but I have found this to be the easiest. All right, so now I'm just making a little well around the edge so that our sauce or toppings don't go over the side. But one thing I wanted to say about why I'm doing this recipe, I have more involved recipes for making sourdough pizza, but I wanted one that was the same day. So usually with sourdough, you know, you would let it rise for a day, sometimes up to 3 days. But I wanted one recipe in my arsenal where I could just wake up in the morning and think, oh, I want to make pizza today, and I could do it. So this is like sort of a quicker, less gourmet than usual type of recipe. And also it allows us to test out cooking pizza on the grill, which is a new phenomenon for me.
And also we're gonna do a whole video on how to make sourdough. But we're just basically want to see how the California kitchen's gonna cook this pizza, right? All right, so you made your own homemade sauce. This is one of the ingredients, I guess.
Yeah, so I just use the peeled tomatoes, I drain off the water, and then I just food process it with a little bit of salt, some olive oil. I put some basil in it. That's it.
You put the sauce on, but you forgot something. What you forget, babe?
Yeah, normally I would put a very thin coat of olive oil on the crust first. That way, just to prevent any sogginess or any water transferring into the dough. The oil prevents that, but it'll still be really good.
I bet you it will. We're going to put the cheese on now. What do we got? What kind of cheese?
I'm just going to do some ricotta cheese here.
There's some
and
mozzarella.
Some mozzarella. Yeah.
Ricotta.
Yeah. Mix the ricotta with some salt and some garlic. And this is salt we use. Highly recommend it. It's pyramid flakes. Let's see if I could find one.
Oh,
These very interesting flakes.
I love that salt. It's my favorite. We take it to the California kitchen. We got to add the mozzarella.
Yep.
It's going to be so good.
Yeah.
I think they're excited just as we are. What's that gadget?
So this is an infrared thermometer. We're at 586 degrees, which is just perfect.
All right, cool. Here's a little look at the Cowboy kitchen. You gonna put the pizza on now?
Yep.
Okay. We're cooking a pineapple. We might have cooked that one a little too long on that side. What do you
You
think?
cut that part off.
Okay.
All right. So we're getting ready to take this off shortly, but one thing I wanted to mention is I kind of improvised this system here to cook the pizza. This is a pizza stone here that I'm cooking it on. I think it's called the California pizza stone, and it can endure really high temperatures. So I prepped a wood fire about an hour before I wanted to make this, and I got this stone good and hot. And then this is actually a piece to another grill that we had that's kind of fallen apart, broken handle. But it works just enough to keep the heat in. It's not ideal. There's some cracks around the edges. But like I said, this was like our first test, and it's pretty good for a first run.
It's ready? How many minutes was this one here?
Yeah, this is actually took about 7 minutes. I'd say.
Sounds crunchy.
Yeah, I like a thinner, crunchy crust. And then,
Are we gonna put some Parmesan cheese on there? I mean, Parmesan?
yes.
Ooh. I know a little kid used to think it was pronounced Parmesan cheese.
Yep, there you go.
Right. Here we go, guys. Sourdough pizza, all organic, all natural. Over there from the Cowboy kitchen. Everybody knows the rules, right? One bite. Look at that undercarriage. Yeah, that is perfect. No flop. That's a winner, baby. Papa John's ain't got nothing on Mama Meredith. So we cooked that pineapple. You just cut it open, right? It got a little burnt side, but that's okay.
That's the part you cut off.
That's the part you cut off.
Yeah.
I can't wait to try some of that. What are them pineapples? Be afraid?
There you go.
Okay. Let's check out one of these pineapples. I think that was a pretty good day, huh, baby?
Yeah.
What do you think, Winston? We'll get some pizza for you. Guys, stay tuned. Thank you for watching Homestead Overland,
Virginia.
But I'm coming